Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. So listen you guys, kuningi when it comes to this couple, and every week and every month it gets kuningia. If you ask me, both these people are toxic. I am a strong believer that in order for you to be able to stay long in a toxic relationship, you have to be a little bit toxic. Because if you're not toxic yourself, you wouldn't be able to stay in a toxic environment. So now, what is surprising about these people is that coming out of this relationship, they take no accountability for anything that happened in the relationship. The other person is saying it's the other person. She did this, she did that, she did that, da, 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 da. And then the other one is like, she did that, she did that, da, 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 da. So were you perfect in the relationship when? So a few weeks ago, we did a story. The source was the Sunday World, where Kheswa was telling her side of the story as far as the marriage was concerned. And she was also letting us know through the Sunday World that she had filed for divorce, that she was done. And what we understood in that article was that even Latoya was okay with the divorce because even her was like, it's not working. But with that article, you guys, Kheswa was making a lot of accusations. Ukuthi yena uyashawa ngama-ironing board, uthelwa ngamanzi ashisayo, all of that stuff. And then she also made an accusation yokuthi uLatoya is addicted to sizokuthola substance. In fact, she had gone one day to offer as favors to a Nigerian so that she could get the substance. So kwakukuningi nje kuleyo article, kwakukuningi ngempela. Now you guys, they are telling Latoya's side, okay? Latoya is now telling her side. And to be honest with you, a lot of the things that she's saying, it's like, okay, so who did this? Because you are basically saying the same things that Kheswa said, but you are saying she did them. Okay, do you see what I'm saying, guys, when I say this must have been a toxic relationship and both the people were toxic in this relationship? I've never reached a point where I feel like, oh my God, I'm so done, but I'm not in the relationship. So if I feel like I'm done, they must be done, okay? So here it is, you guys. This past Sunday, Latoya is speaking to the Sunday World. She says that the relationship or the marriage is over, but the things that Kheswa had told the Sunday World about what was happening in their relationship were not true. Okay, she says that as it stands, Vele, they are getting a divorce. The lawyers are busy processing a divorce, angazi ke noma ama-payments sebewenzile yini, because apparently a lawyer won't even submit one-page letter without you paying them for their services. So I don't know, but they are saying the lawyers are on it as far as the divorce is concerned. Now she says that she has a problem with Kheswa because she needs her clothes, but Kheswa is not wanting to return her clothes, okay? And also she says that Kheswa does not want to return. Listen to this one and listen carefully. And don't say that I'm lying because it's over there by the Sunday World. She says that Kheswa doesn't want to return her indumba. I was like, indumba? She does not want to return your indumba. How? Isn't indumba like consultation rooms for the doctors? Isn't it that indumba it's something like that? So how does somebody not want to return your indumba? Or does she mean that she does not want her to have access to her indumba? You know what I mean? I was so confused there. I was like, kanti yini indumba? Laba bayizangoma, because I know what's bakhona bayizangoma on my channel. Please tell me, because I was confused. I was like, then it means I don't know what indumba is. If there is somebody that can refuse to give somebody back, they are indumba. It sounds like it's something and give to the person. I was a little bit confused. But maybe guess she meant that she does not allow her to have access to her indumba. Okay, then she starts talking about what we spoke about back when we were doing that article, where she says that Kheswa is the one othandayo ukusebenzisa izandla uma ngabe belwa. Yes, uthi in fact yena, that is uLatoya, has been admitted in the hospital a number of times. Uthi odokotela bebeze bamncenge Oh, guys, now I'm speaking too much Zulu. Hey, you know the people. Anyway, let me give you a little bit, just a little bit of English. So she says that she had been to the doctors a number of times. In fact, the doctors would even beg her and say, "Ay, Latoya, these injuries are not the injuries the way that you are describing them. You are being AB'd. Can you please report this?" And she wouldn't do it. She says that she would even go to the police station sometimes, and then she will get there and just turn around and not report the case. And then she even said that sometimes she would call the police and the police wouldn't come. So reporting this case was very difficult for Latoya. But she says the person who had hands in that relationship was Kheswa. Okay. She also says that lento kaKheswa yokuthi she says that uLatoya is addicted to the substance of Xolani Khumalo. She says yena she does not take the substance of Xolani Khumalo. She says that in fact uKheswa is the one that likes the drink of SAP. Apparently, Kheswa is a very loyal customer of SAP. So she takes the drink of SAP too much. So she says instead of her being the one that is addicted to the substance that I was talking about, she says, no, 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 no. It's Kheswa who is drinking too much of the SAP drink. You understand what I'm saying? Pella, you have to catch up, you guys, because here on YouTube, there are words that we can't use. So I hope you are getting me with the SAP drink. You know what I mean? The one, you know. So she continues to say, you guys, that the doctors can actually attest because they've seen her come to the doctor's room many, many times with the injuries. And also, Kheswa has even done the putting on the hands on her when her son or her child was around. There is a 6-year-old that is involved here that was around at some point when Kheswa was using her hands on Latoya. Okay. She also says that one day they were in Pretoria and she was performing. That is, Latoya was performing. Okay, but listen to this one carefully. She says that she had a performance in Pretoria and it was a very intimate, space, an intimate venue. Okay, and she's there on stage performing, and then Kheswa comes in, pulled her by the hair, and said, "I'm leaving." She said when she asked Kheswa what's going on, she was like, she just got in a fight with one of her friends and she was ready to go home, pulled her by the hair, and they left. Okay. That's what the Sunday World said. But you know what? I was thinking, because there are a lot of talks about Pretoria being that city that has a lot of Xolani Khumalo's substance. You know, the one from Sizokuthola, that substance. That city is said to have a lot of it. I'm not saying other cities don't have, but it is being said that, over there, there's a lot of that substance and also the prostitution and whatever. It's a lot of it that side. So now I was thinking, she says that she was performing in an intimate, setting. And I'm just thinking, I wonder how many Nigerian guys were in that intimate setting, because it will tell us what kind of performance this was. Okay. So in telling us that story, in fact, I felt like Latoya is actually telling on herself, because I was like, I do wonder if she pulled you by the hair because she really had a fight with her friend, or it's because this intimate performance was another kind of intimate performance. Because the accusation from the previous article was that Latoya had gone to this Nigerian guy and offered the services for the substance. Okay, so now I do wonder, when she was performing in the intimate space there by Pretoria, she wasn't performing in exchange for the substance, as Kheswa had alleged in that article that we did. But that was just me thinking about it, you guys. It might not be true. She goes on to say, the marriage is over. I don't even know what Kheswa is on about, because the marriage is over. It was over in February. I've even written letters to the elders of the families and told them all I need is my clothes and my indumba. Otherwise, I'm done with this woman. She says that this woman had made me so miserable in the marriage that whatever I would do, she will go and contact the Sangomas Association. I did not even know that there's something called Sangomas Association. Utubevele pick up phone amcebe to the other Sangomas and tell them that she is a fake Sangoma. And then the Sangomas will be calling her about that issue of her being a fake Sangoma because her wife would have told them she is a fake Sangoma. So every time they had a fight in the house, Kheswa would go and call the Association of the Sangomas, okay? And then they would be on her back about her being a fake Sangoma, okay? She says that it doesn't end there. In fact, you guys, she has allegedly stolen some of her money because apparently they had access to each other's account. And recently she noticed that money had been moved from one account to some mysterious account. And she received a call from the bank confirming that she wanted a certain account to be closed because her wife, or allegedly her wife, had called and asked for a certain account to be closed and for the money to be moved to another account. So basically she is claiming Ugutu Kheswa has actually stolen money from her, allegedly. Niyabona-ke guys ukuthi le relationship be toxic. I'm just wondering how they managed to stay in that relationship for that long, okay? I do feel like at some point, you guys, somebody here needs to do a little bit of the adulting because trust me, trust you, you can never be in these very imperfect relationships and be a perfect person in a relationship yourself, okay? You must have done something. You must have ignored some things. Can we see somebody take some accountability, okay? Yes, it's possible that both of them, use their hands on each other. It would have been nice if when it happened at the time they reported it, but now it's confusing because this one is claiming it was this one who used their hands, and then this one is claiming it was this one who used their hands. We don't know who to believe, but what we can tell for sure is that these people had no business being together. Anyway, you guys, there by Instagram, Kheswa is busy responding to this whole thing. So I guess I'll have to do another video to tell her side again. Because we can't just be gossiping about one side of the story and not the other. So I guess I'll come back here and tell you what to think. Because we're busy, guys, we're busy. Yabona there by Instagram. Nkosi yami, her wall, or what do you call it, Nkosi yami, the one that disappears after some hours. Hey, ngimdala guys, izinto zako-social media. Kona lokho-ke, uyaposta laphana, uyapost about her wife. But thina sasingekho mhlazane becelana ukuthi bafuna ukushada. Kodwa now, we must keep up now with the drama. And then they call us gossipers. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please make sure that you like it before Pumegona. Share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Ginitanda kako.